excited about that. Just here, right now. And hanging out with you all. Love you all so very much. And excited to talk about the live deals of the day on Amazon. I don't know about you, but I love to shop. I love shopping. Shopping is what I do for fun. It's what I do every day. And I am streaming this on all my platforms because I thought, hey, why not? And anyone who joins me on Amazon Live will be entered to win a free autographed photo. We've been giving pictures out like every single day, so really excited to give you a photo of myself because I mean, I have a bunch of them and I know I have to do giveaways, but right now, you know, you got to start somewhere, right? We all got to start somewhere, and that's where I'm starting right now. This isn't how to start. This is just, yeah. All right, let's talk about the daily deals. Today's deals, all deals. One of my favorite things to talk about are Amazon devices, but if you look in my queue below, guys, make sure you check out the items in the queue. They are really cool things. We have a SanDisk. We have a Eureka Wrappered Cleaner, which, guys, I don't know about you, but I love to vacuum. We got some TVs, which my father has quite an obsession with. I'm telling you, there are TVs in every single room of this house. It's pretty intense. I'm just looking at this TV over here. And then one thing my dad does is that he never takes the plastic off the TVs. I'm just like, I just saw this TV. It's been here for over a year, and the plastic is still on it. I kind of want to ask him, Dad, why haven't you taken the plastic off the TV? Guys, have you ever been in a situation like this with your parents? Please tell me. Leave it in the comments. Have you ever been in a situation where your parents may or may not have ever taken the plastic off of their TVs? You just kind of want to take it off, but it's just like, yeah, life. All right, so we're here right now, having some fun, looking for the chat. Here we go. Gonna pull up our chat right now. Open in the browser, getting the chat up. Here we go. Hurry. New chat. All right, let's see if anyone has written me on Amazon. Not yet, but one day, love will find me. Hello, what's up? Just defend yourself, the plastics. How was your broccoli? It was so good. My broccoli rabe was actually really good, guys. If you guys watched my stream before, I was eating some broccoli and it came out amazing. I was doing some cooking, talking about cooking. We have a lot of cooking stuff in the queue. Let me tell you, we have some cooking stuff in the queue. Those containers, if you look to the bottom, those containers that make your food nice, and I'm just obsessed with them. Just storage containers for your sugar, for your flour. I like finding cute ones online, but daily deals are great because you can find really cool things. Ooh, there's back to school deals. But yeah, there's a lot of TV deals. I'm gonna open up, I forgot. I always forget to have the window open. There we go. Now you can see all the deals that I'm looking at. All right, so this is $129 for a 32-inch TV. I kind of want it. I really kind of want it. If you're in Amazon, my Amazon Live, make sure you comment to see if you win an autograph photo. I'll be very grateful. Ooh, a face covering. Is that 50 pieces for $5? Ooh, and they have like cool, oh, I love these. Do you see this? Do you guys see this? American flag, leopard. Wow, 50 pieces for 10 bucks. This is a steal. Kind of want to order these. You know, nothing says I'm cool than a really cool face mask. Nothing says super cool. Oh, okay. So another thing. So guys, if you want to find daily deals, you just search daily deals. Oh, Glenn wrote, I don't think I've ever had broccoli rabe. It's really good. It tastes like broccoli. It tastes like broccoli. It's yummy. It's very yummy. Okay, we're looking through all of the deals right now. Lots of clothes. I could just go shopping on Amazon all day. Oh, hey Lauren, it's Gary in New Zealand. How are you these days? I'm good. Thanks for tuning in, Gary in New Zealand. Very excited to see you here. We're just going through all the deals on Amazon right now, talking about life. Ooh, a Fire TV cube, so many cool things. I'm just going through looking at the deals myself because you know me, I kind of really love shopping, but just hanging out, sitting here. It's late. I'm like the latest person on Amazon that comes on live. I should come on here earlier. Me doing being a social media person knows that I should come on in like live stream earlier. I just was eating dinner super late. So, and just dealing with life. I had a movie I produced came out, so that was really cool. And now I'm just sitting here. Oh, I see creators you follow, and I follow myself. So there we go. There we go. All right, let's see. Maybe I should promote this. Let's see. Maybe I should promote this on my social media. Yay. Welcome, my friends. Oh my goodness. How are you all? All right, looking at the daily deals. Look at this foot file. Professional foot. I think foot files are really cool. I'm into some very soft feet, so I love this. This is cool. This is very cool. Prime free day. Get it by tomorrow. So I can order this stuff right now and get it by tomorrow. This is so awesome. Look at this lavender essential oil. Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. Doctor Who is such a great show. Let's see, guys. Is anyone commenting? Oh, wait, and we don't see the window either. There you go. Keep them for the next pandemic, someone wrote. I'm excited. Shopping with Lauren Francesca. Thank you, guys. Someone said TGIF, and Royal Navy said, commenting. It's good to see you shopping. Yeah, shopping is fun. And it's like, this is what we can do late night before bed. It's like, I'm reading you a bed night story, and it's called Shopping. There once was a story about shopping. I actually want to get a book on my voice. Controlling my voice. Acting. Maybe is there a book on it? The Outstanding Actor. 7 Keys to Voice into Acting. Voice into Acting, Integrating Voice and the Stanislavski Approach, Performance Books, and Screen Acting Skills. Let's see. What is this? Drawing on Ken Ria's 35 years teaching experience and research, as well as interviews with top actors and directors, the outstanding actor identifies 7 key qualities that the most successful actors manifest, along with practical exercises that help nurture those qualities and videos to demonstrate them. Featuring insights from Ewan McGregor, Jude Law, Judi Dench, Al Pacino, Lily James, Rufus Norris, and many more. The Outstanding Actor gives you techniques that you can immediately put into practice in rehearsals, classes, or private preparation. It also shows you how to increase the chances of having a more successful career. Oh, it also covers topics. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. All right. Practical guides for actors. Who else is watching? I'm on my way to take a little walk. It's a beautiful night out. Royal Nick commenting, what are you talking about? Oh, thank you. The tie-dye suit suits you. Thank you. I got it at the thrift store last year. It's nice. Innocent faces of the world. What time is it for you guys? My dinner was really good. It was awesome. It was super late though. So it's very late now. I wanted to jump on here because I promised you guys. Thank you, Mike Awesome. Thank you. And thank you guys for following me on Amazon. Everyone who's new, I'm giving away an autographed photo to one lucky person who follows me on Amazon every stream. And I've been trying to do it every single day. So maybe let's do a story telling people we're here. Let's do it. Okay, fixing my hair because I'm not on camera already, right? It's like, oh, wait. Hey guys, I am live right now on Amazon. Go to amazon.com/live and find me there. Swipe up and you can find me live. Bye. All right, hopefully this works. Hello. For a donation, I'm challenging you to wear someone's reading glasses. Can be mom or dad's. It's a challenge. All right. They're somewhere here. It's going to hurt my eyes, though. Do I have any glasses here? I don't see any. I'm just promoting my Amazon stream. Come to my Amazon stream and I'll do your challenge. I will do it. I will do your challenge if you do mine. Just telling everyone to swipe up. Happy birthday, Jason Gates. I'm glad we can spend your birthday together. That's amazing. Very cool that I get to spend your birthday with you. Somebody told me I'm very entertaining to watch. Nice. I'm excited to be entertaining. Entertaining is fun. Retail therapy. I know. Retail therapy really helps. Mike TV said, I want an autograph photo. Me too. Can be mom or dad's or anyone. You got to go to my Amazon stream and then we can talk. All right, let's read about this. You're a goddess. Thank you, Dollar Store. Yes, they are dollar store glasses that I got my parents for Christmas. All right, here we go. Voice into acting. Integrating voice and the Stanislavski approach. I'm just going to save that someplace else. Oh, I wonder if that movie ever downloaded. So guys, I did a movie on Amazon, that's on Amazon, called Catskill Park. And I was putting together my reel yesterday, and I found it. So I was very excited. Super, super excited. How can actors bridge the gap between themselves and the text and the action of a script, integrating fully their learned vocal skills? How do we make an imaginary world real, create the life of a role, and fully embody it vocally and physically so that the voice and acting become one? Oh, very cool. They create an integrative, comprehensive approach informed by Stanislavski and his successors, the acting approach widely taught to actors in drama schools throughout the world. This updated edition contains a new chapter on vocal embodiment of actions, new findings from neuroscience supporting the approach, more exercises, warm-up routines for training, rehearsal, and performance, and a complete new glossary of terms. The authors create a step-by-step guide to explore how voice can respond to our thoughts, senses, feelings, imagination, and will, fully express language in content and form, communicate imaginary circumstances and human experience, transform to adapt different roles, connect to a variety of audience and spaces. Oh, very cool. This looks like an awesome book. I want one. I really want one. Let's see. Are you guys saying anything in my chat? I'm just going to go back to the chat. Oh, we got Mike TV said, I want a autograph photo. Okay. In New Zealand, it's 4:35 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. And then Glenn said, I like it here with less comments. Oh boy, Glenn. Wow. Guys, make sure to check out the products. Everyone click on the products in my queue. Check them out. I'm just here, hanging out with my favorite people, looking up all these amazing things online that I see. Okay. Voice, speech lessons. Maybe there's some on Amazon. Oh, learning to read for kids with dyslexia. That was my problem. I was really dyslexic growing up. How to master public speaking. Anatomy of the voice. An illustrated guide for singers, vocal coaches, and speech therapists. Submissive speech. What is that? The art of speaking submissively. Okay, maybe I need some classes on that. I am not submissive. All right, let's look at this. Anatomy of a Voice, an illustrated guide for singers, coaches, and speech therapists. I'm looking at this because I recently had a coach who was telling me I needed to work on this. So that is what I'm going to work on. That is what I will work on every single day. Okay. The anatomy of breathing. Oh boy, that's what I need. The spine and the rib cage. The joints of the ribs, the actions of the ribs. Intercostal muscles, the diaphragm, action of the diaphragm. Diaphragm and abdominal cavity, the abdominal muscles, axillary muscles of breathing. Extensor and flexor support of the trunk. The lungs and trachea, lung capacity. The larynx. Oh wow, this is all about how we talk. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Copyrighted material. Now, I always forget to breathe, guys, so that's something I have to work on. So let's read about the anatomy of breathing. Breathing is one of the most vital of our life processes. All day long, throughout our lives, we take in air in order to provide cells throughout the body with oxygen, and then expel carbon dioxide from the lungs in order to rid the body of wastes produced by cellular activity. Secondary breathing is the power source that sets the vocal folds into motion to produce sound. To do this, we do not exhale normally, but after our breathing so that we can produce the sustained sounds of speech and song. Although breathing refers to the flow of air into and out of our bodies, we actually breathe by altering the size of our chest cavity, not by doing something to the air. By making the space within the chest cavity get larger and smaller, air flows into and out of the chest through either the nose or the mouth. The simple exchange of air is what we call breathing. Guys, are you like me, that you get nervous sometimes and forget to breathe? I feel like a lot of people do this. Life happens and we forget to breathe. Thank you. Thank you guys for all these comments. Just reminding everybody to make sure you follow my Amazon Live. We're here talking to Glenn and Gary and Mike are here, and just a random thing. Evening, sunshine. What's up, Nolan? It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. Right now we're reading about breathing. There are two ways that we increase and decrease the size of the chest cavity. First, the ribs, which form the chest cavity, are capable of rising like pail handles by moving at the joints where they attach to the spine. This action increases the space within the chest. The uppermost ribs connect to the front of the sternum. Those below form an arch beneath it. The last two, the floating ribs, do not attach in front. Because of this, not all ribs move in the same way or the same degree, but most of the ribs rise and widen to some extent, making the space inside the chest larger. When they return to their lower position, the space gets smaller. And it shows you the lateral view, which is the side view, and the anterior view, which is the front view, and the sternum. Oh my goodness, I have such an itch. You ever get a really bad itch, guys, and have to scratch it? That's just what happens. Okay, we're back. We're back reading this book to you guys. Second, the bottom of the thoracic cavity is separated from the abdominal contents below by the dome-like muscle of the diaphragm, which by contracting can flatten out and thus increase the size of the lower part of the chest cavity. When the ribs rise and open, the diaphragm, and as I'm reading this, I'm just, my ribs are, I'm just breathing. Because a lot of times we hold our breath, so I'm trying to work on it. When the ribs rise and open, the diaphragm contracts and descends. The chest cavity increases and air rushes in to fill the lungs. When the ribs return to the normal position, the diaphragm releases and descends. Air is forced out and we exhale. Okay, that's interesting. Anatomy of the voice. The spine and the rib cage. This looks like a good book. I'm definitely putting this one on my wish list for sure. The basic framework for the respiratory system is the spine and the rib cage. For some reason, guys, I don't know if this is you, but this is totally me, where if something is explained to me in scientific terms, I understand it more. It's weird. It's the harder something is, the more familiar it is to me. Yeah. The spine is made up of 24 vertebrae, 5 in the lumbar region, 12 in the thoracic, 7 in the cervical. There is a rib on each side of the 12 thoracic vertebrae, forming a rib cage. There are 12 ribs on each side of the body that correspond to the 12 thoracic vertebrae in the spine. The first 7 attach in front of the sternum, or the breastbone. These are called true ribs. The remaining 5 are called false ribs because they do not attach directly to the sternum, but join each other to form an arch called the costal arch, which can be easily felt at the below the sternum. So let's look at where this is very interesting because it's showing you the sternum. The sternum's like right here. So the first 7 ribs attach to the front of the sternum or the breastbone. These are called true ribs. The remaining 5 are called false ribs because they do not attach directly to the sternum, but join each other to form an arch called the costal arch. Okay, so true ribs, false rib. Where's the false ribs? Okay, they're in the second part. That's interesting. So 1 to 7 is the true ribs, and then after that is the false ribs. And then the floating ribs. Oh, see on my dog, there's this, I think he has a broken floating rib. I always feel it. I should have asked the vet about it today. Been like, okay, what's with this floating rib? I'm going to ask her about it because now I know what it's called. The ribs attached to the sternum and the costal arch are not bony all the way around. At their extremity, the bone becomes cartilage, so that the connection of the ribs and the sternum and the costal arch is, how do I say this? Cartilaginous and quite cartilaginous and quite flexible. The costal arch is also made up of cartilage. So where's the costal arch? This is so interesting, guys. Are you guys loving this as much as I am? I'm like starting to read science to everybody. Let's see. Let's see what you all are doing. Are you watching me? Glenn said, I have sleep apnea. That's really, if you guys have sleep apnea, you have to get one of those masks because it actually could be really bad for you and cause future problems. So I definitely recommend that. I think even on Amazon, they have the nose strips. Get some of those nose strips. Breathing might be harder lately because of Sahara dust. Yes, I get that. It's good you gotta make sure you breathe, guys. That's the hard part. So right now, everybody who's just tuning in and probably wondering, what is this girl talking about? I am reading a book about breathing because a lot of people actually forget how to breathe. And I'm one of those people who I get nervous and I forget how to breathe. Ron Johnson said, that's from your days in doctor school. Maybe. Just, yeah, I guess it feels at home to me. Somebody said, Ron said, you could read books on tape. Well, that's, a goal in life. Maybe I could be an audiobook reader one day if my career as a Amazon Live host does not work out, or YouTuber, actress, whatever it is that I am. I could, just be a book on tape. That would be fun, though, because I love to read, and it's really addicting. Because this way I could get paid to read books. Isn't that awesome? Like, imagine getting paid to read books, guys. That would just be a dream come true. All right, for those of you tuning in, I have a bunch of Amazon deals in my queue. We were going to talk about the deals, but I started reading this awesome book about the anatomy of the voice, which is an illustrated guide for singers, vocal coaches, and speech therapists. I was looking up books about this because one of my acting coaches got really upset with me because he said I'm not working on my voice, and I really have been working on my voice my whole life. I'm super dyslexic, which it's kind of ironic and funny. Just as I Googled it, I pulled up this book's about dyslexia. So it's ironic and funny, but it's also really stressful because it's just like I have to work 10 times harder. So anyway, reading this book now to maybe learn something, and maybe you guys will learn something too. All right. Within the rib cage are the lungs and heart. The heart sits behind the lower part of the sternum and a little to the left. The lungs are on either side of the heart. The diaphragm forms the lower boundary of the thorax. The heart and lungs lie above the diaphragm and all the other major internal organs lie below the diaphragm, which forms a boundary between these upper and lower regions of the trunk. Diaphragm is actually a descriptive term that the Greeks give to this muscle. It just means a partition wall. Oh wow, look, so there's your diaphragm, guys. Are you looking at this? Like, right, I don't know. I don't think you can see this. Maybe like, oh wait, here, wait, there, it's behind, my hand is behind there. So right underneath your rib cage is your diaphragm. And what's really interesting about this and breathing and how it's showing you all of your organs is that everything in your body is connected. So we have to really take care of our organs. And definitely drinking water helps, I feel. There's some things I have in the daily deals below. It's electrolyte tablets, and those are actually really amazing. I really like them. I always make sure I drink a lot of water throughout the day. And it's hard. Some people don't like to drink a lot of water, but it is good for you and it does help your circulatory system. But let's read more of this book. Okay. Joints of the rib. Each of the 12 ribs moves in relation to the spine, where they form the costovertebral joints. Each rib articulates with the spine in several places. First, the head of the rib articulates with the lower part of the body of one vertebrae and the upper part of the one below it, as well as with the disc in between the two vertebrae. Second, the neck of the rib articulates with the intraverse process of the lower of two vertebrae. Oh my goodness, it's starting to get a little bit confusing, but we're gonna just keep on because in life things get confusing, but you just have to keep going. All right, so this is figure of the costal vertebrae at the rib joint. So I'm figuring, I think the rib joint is right here and it connects to your back, the vertebrae is in your back. So very interesting. The rib is firmly bound at each of these articulations by several ligaments permitting a limited rotation at the joint that nevertheless translates into quite a lot of movement over the entire length of the rib. Some of the ribs have similar articulations, but the main thing to keep in mind is that the ribs actually articulate at the spine to permit the movements essential to breathing. Oh wow, that's so interesting. So your back is really essential to breathing. Wow, guys. Are you learning? Let me know if you guys are learning. Comment. And comment if you want to go on to read something else. Oh, Glenn said, I cracked a rib once. I could hardly catch my breath. Wow. What's up, Harish? Hello from Indiana. I'll just wake up in a panic. Yeah, it's just life can be scary sometimes. All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, tune into my Amazon Live. Make sure you give me a follow. I'm going to give away a free autographed photo, so tune in. Do it. Do it. Please, 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 please. Okay. The ribs are not all identical in character. Figure 1-6. The topmost rib is short, flat, and round. We often think of the upper ribs as being almost as large as the middle ones. However, the topmost rib, which forms the opening into the thorax, or thoracic inlet, is quite small, only a third of the width of the shoulder girdle. It is thought this opening that the windpipe, esophagus, and other structures pass from the neck down into the chest. The next rib is larger, but shaped rather like the first. Going downward, the ribs increase in length until the 7th rib, after which they begin to get smaller again. They also slant down obliquely, corresponding to the muscles of the trunk, which also slant and spiral around the trunk. The two final floating ribs, which are much shorter than the ones above, are very flexible in their movements because they do not attach to anything in front. Their function is mainly to provide attachments from the diaphragm. In back, the ribs do not extend directly to the sides to form the rib cage. They actually angle backward almost to the level of the spinous process of the vertebrae. This means that there is a gap between spinous processes and the posterior part of the rib on either side. This gap is filled up with the longitudinal exterior muscles, which give the back a flat appearance. Very interesting, guys. Do you get it? The movement of the ribs is crucial to breathing because the ribs slant down at an oblique angle. They hang below the point where they articulate with the spine. When we inhale, the ribs, by rotating where they articulate with the spine, move like pail handles being raised slightly. The rotation raises the sides of the ribs, which increase the lateral dimensions of the thorax. It also brings the front of the rib forward as it moves outward, which increases the anterior posterior dimensions of the thorax as well. Those movements increase the space within the thorax, causing air to flow into the lungs. Of course, not all the ribs move in the same way. The first ribs move very little, and there is in general more movement as you go lower down. The final two floating ribs, which are not attached either directly or indirectly to the sternum, have even greater mobility. All right, guys, what do you think? Do you like this? Is this an ED seminar? Did I miss anything? I don't know what that means, maid. Okay, have a good day at work, Ray. Good to see you guys. Staying hydrated. Good, we're just going through, oh, what did I just open? I just opened something else. All right, reading about breathing. It's very interesting. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. The movement of the ribs is crucial to breathing because the ribs slant down at an oblique level and hang below the point where they articulate with the spine. When we inhale, the ribs, by rotating where they articulate with the spine, move like pail handles that are being raised slightly. Oh, that's interesting. This rotation raises the sides of the ribs, which increases the lateral dimensions of the thorax. It also brings the front of the rib forward as it moves upward, which increases the anterior posterior dimensions of the thorax as well. These movements increase the space within the thorax, causing airflow into the lungs. Of course, not all the ribs move in the same way. The first ribs move very little, and there is generally more movement as you go lower down. The final two floating ribs, which are not attached either directly or indirectly to the sternum, have even greater mobility. Okay, guys. This is really interesting how somebody can describe the anatomy of the body in such a way so that we can all understand it. There are two layers of ribs, or intercostal muscles, that are directly responsible for respiratory movements of the ribs and breathing. There are 11 external intercostal muscles, one between each of the 12 ribs. They originate at the lower border of each rib and attach to the upper border of the rib below, running obliquely down and forward. Underneath this layer are the 11 internal intercostal muscles that originate at the inner surface of each rib and slant down and back in the opposite direction to the external intercost to attach the rib below. The external intercost function mainly to elevate the ribs, increasing the width of the thoracic cavity and causing inspiration. You can see from the angle of the muscle what effect of contraction will be. When the upper ribs are held or fixed in place by the scalene muscles above, the contracting fibers pull from above to raise the ribs below, increasing the overall capacity of the chest. So, interesting, kind of like that bucket and pail thing. Conversely, the internal intercostals act as the opposite direction, depressing the ribs when they contract, actively facilitating breathing out. Internal intercostal muscle, internal intercostal muscle. External and internal intercostal muscles. Here we go. The levators, costorum, and levator costae muscles originate at the transverse process of the vertebrae and running obliquely downward, attached to the ribs below. These muscles, as their name suggests, assist the external intercost in raising the ribs. When the quadratus luminorum muscles and levatorus castorum are functioning properly, the lower back becomes elastic and filled out, and the floating ribs move freely. This coordinating, lengthening, and widening in the back tends to lead greater mobility in the ribs, which can then expand and move more freely. Oh my goodness, guys. Is that my dog? George hears me. Okay. I got lost. I got lost in reading about the ribs. I totally got lost. My dog was like, when are you coming in back in the room? My dog misses me. Are you a vegan? I should be. You read. I watch a lot of PBS. PBS is great. I love watching PBS. And they actually have a lot of great shows on Amazon that you guys can watch. So I really enjoy that. But guys, let's see. Oh, we've been live for 36 minutes. Amazing. All right, we're going to be live for 5 more minutes, and then we're going to pick a winner. So who wants to get an autograph photo? Make sure you go over to my Amazon Live. Do it right now. Yay, we got 25 followers. That's amazing. You know, just doing it, doing it. All right. But guys, Amazon does this awesome thing called daily deals, and I like to look at these daily deals because I love shopping. So just, you know, search daily deals and you'll see it. Right now, I am just sitting here, daily shower cleaner. That's what came up. I really need to clean my shower in LA. It's so bad. Oh my goodness. That's, yeah, wonderful 36 minutes. Well, Jason Gates, I'm glad I could see you on your birthday, even though we're not metaphorically seeing each other. I feel your energy, and it's definitely some happy birthday energy going on right now, for sure. Happy birthday, do, 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 do. George, you gotta relax. I hate getting up and leaving you guys alone for a few seconds. Speech therapy, adults, therapy, adults. Adults, discover my speech. Let's see. George, it's okay. Vocabulary builder flashcards. Let's see, what does Lauren need? To keep your brain rum. See, what I do is when I'm tired, the teacher talking. Learn to do expert speech therapy at home with children and adults. That's kind of cool. Speech therapy, how do I say that? It's a workbook. All right. Let's hear this one. Oh, let's hear it.
Author of The Teaching of Talking. Learn to do expert speech therapy at home with children and adults.
Okay.
This is a revolutionary approach for families, caregivers, and speech-language pathologists to help children or adults speak and talk again. The teaching of talking will show the mother, wife, husband, or caregiver how to help your loved one speak or talk again. The teaching of talking is the perfect approach and method for helping your loved one talk while you are working with a speech-language pathologist. The teaching of talking will be your guide to helping your loved one talk long after insurance or Medicare benefits end. The teaching of
Oh, that's so interesting. I feel a lot of people get older and they start forgetting words. It's really sad. My grandmother, when she got older, she started forgetting words. And I think language is so important, and even the English language, it's so interesting how every word is programmed to be something connected to the, you know, government. It's very, very interesting. So I definitely feel like we learn a lot from studying language, and now I'm trying to really work on it for acting. So, but anyway, guys, all right, I'm looking at here. The winner, the winner with the most comments on my Amazon live stream is, drumroll please, Glenn Newley. Yay, Glenn. Guys, if you have one, do me a favor, email me an address or a P.O. box for you at goddessofcomedy@gmail.com. I will send you an autograph. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you all. Guys, I do this every night now. That's right, every night. So tune in and make sure to follow me on Amazon Live. It's free to watch me shop. Just, yeah, just, occasionally shop my queue and check out my wish list. I have a lot of things that I want in life, and I'm really grateful if any of you want to buy any of them. That would be really cool. Okay, my loves. I see you later. I see you later, alligator. That's when you're supposed to say, in a while, crocodile.